Hi, I'm Joe Lamaralia, the East Coast Regional Communications Manager for Chevrolet. And I'm here to talk to you about the Bolt EV. One of the cool features about the Bolt EV, one of the many cool features about the Bolt EV is that we don't have navigation. And you might be wondering, well, why is that cool? We have this new technology called Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. I have my Android phone plugged in to the car. It's charging just like it normally would be. But if you see here on the screen, Android Auto, what it does, it allows me to mimic my phone on this very large screen. So I can keep my hands on the wheel and my eyes on the road. I can converse with my phone through the voice activation, or I can do the navigation simply here. Android, you can either use you can use Google Maps, or what's really cool is Waze. There we go. So a lot of people use Waze, and if you have an Android phone, you can project Waze up onto the screen. The voice comes through the navigation or the audio system, and you can navigate just like you would. So you don't need an embedded navigation system. You just use your phone. Now that's just one small feature of the car. The biggest news is that this is an EV that gets 238 miles on a full charge. If you look at this screen over here, what we call our confidence gauge, right now it's giving us, based on the previous driving habits of the person who drove before us, you're gonna get a maximum range of 253, which is more than the EPA. Most likely gonna get it 215 miles, and with really aggressive driving, only 176. So it gives you all this feedback about your driving habits to give you your range. So let's go for a drive. One of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it into drive here. It says D, and then I can also toggle it into L. I'll tell you about a little bit more about that in a minute. We're gonna experience one pedal driving. One of the things you should notice is how incredibly quiet the car is.
Oh yes. This could be sometimes an issue because you don't always know when the car is engaged.
Well, it definitely will tell you. Thank you. There we go. So it's very quiet. Now I'm in D, and you can drive just like a normal car. I'm going to give it a little bit of acceleration, and I take my foot off the gas and the car rolls like it normally would. I hit my brakes, and then it stops just like a normal car would. But I'm going to toggle this into L, and this is another feature. I took my foot off the brake, I'm not moving. I actually have to give the accelerator juice to go. It's called one pedal driving. It uses the regeneration feature of the car to slow the car down. So foot off, you can feel it slowing down. I'm not hitting the brake, and it'll bring the car to a complete stop. The engineers designed that in after talking to our customers because, one, they want to maximize the efficiency of the vehicle, but also because they asked for it. It's kind of like it's gaming the car. You have a little bit of fun with it, but you will get maximum regeneration when you're in L mode. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but it is the most efficient way to drive the Bolt EV.
One of the dynamics I have noticed, it has a 200 horsepower and an incredible acceleration.
Yes, 6.5 seconds 0 to 60. So
oh, yes.
you can give it a little bit of juice and it will go quite quickly.
So it's safe to assume in a drag race this would be a top.
Actually, one of it performed really well in a autocross race with a Volkswagen Golf GTI, and that surprised everybody because it has a very low center of gravity, it handles really well, and it has instant torque. 0 to 60, it will hold its own, but top speed, normally aspirated cars will beat it. The best part about it is it has a nice small footprint, but it's quite roomy, easy to park. It's a great car to drive in the city, and cities like Atlanta where there's a lot of traffic, when we're sitting here like this, we're not using any fuel. Minimal bit of electricity because we have our AC on and the radio's on in the background, but you're not wasting fossil fuel when you're sitting in traffic, which I think makes a really cool argument for a Bolt EV in Atlanta.
Feels kind of like a sporty suspension, and this is downtown Atlanta, very infamous for the plenty of potholes. Well, that's pretty much the issue with most of downtowns.
Most cars, right. So the suspension is taut. It's not floaty by any stretch of the imagination, but to me that makes it a little bit more fun to drive.
You can definitely feel the dynamics of the car.
Yeah, and you feel how quickly it'll decelerate when I left my foot off the accelerator.
Oh yes.
So again, quiet, fun to drive.
And definitely when you are in a wrong lane, which happens all the time, like right ahead of us there is a utility vehicle and we have to fight for that spot, not to get boxed in.
Right. We're not going to have a problem with that.
So that torque definitely will help us.
Absolutely. Actually, I'm going to ask to sneak in because I think we're getting a little lost, but we're nice and small.
No problem.
So we're going to go here.
Hi, doggies.
And go here. So you said you wanted to do a walk around outside the vehicle?
Yes, let's park someplace here.
How's
let's do that. Let's introduce the prospective buyers to the new features of the 2017 Chevy Bolt EV.
Absolutely. How about that in the background?
All right, that would be, Ferris wheel would be perfect. So we are back after no messages.